We just did an end of the game 2-minute drive. So we were down 1 point. Vic made the score 1-0. Defensive guy. I thought it was more like 39-38, but we were down 1, so it was just last second for the field goal. It was neat. Vic and Robbie got a relationship from Chicago, so he iced him, tried to ice him, called a timeout and stuff. So it was a good kick.
How long was the kick?
I'm not sure. I'd say I'm guessing about 47. Really? Robbie tell you guys to say that? All right. Robbie probably said it was 65.
There was some chirping going on before that.
Yeah. Oh, you mean the real chirping? Yeah, they got a little scuffle over there. I actually wasn't on the field, so I didn't see much of it. By the time I got over there, it was pretty much broken up. I know a couple guys got sent in. I was told none of our guys threw punches, so when I see the tape, we'll see if they were telling the truth. Hopefully they were.
What kind of feedback was Robert giving you on how the defense practiced these last 2 days?
I think he was real excited with it. I mean, there's some good things and some bad. I thought, I got to really see the tape today because we're on separate fields. But, yesterday I was really happy with how we carried ourselves, how we played as a team, our tenacity, how we ran to the ball. And I thought that gave us a chance to do pretty well. But we were not perfect by any means. We had a bunch of mistakes, left a few open guys where quarterback fortunately went the other way. So you just try to temper that. I like the team we have, love the players and how they're really playing aggressive and things like that. But if you want to be not just a high defense, you want to be one of the best, you got to be very detailed in what you do also.
What did Jimmy get out of these 2 days? And how much are you going to play him on Monday night?
I haven't decided how much we're going to play him on Monday night. One will play him. A lot's going to have to do with when we watch this film in these 2 practices, how long we do play all our starters, what alignment are available, and things like that. But I'd like him to get in there for a little bit, not as much as week 3. And just anytime you go against a different defense, I mean, it gets very monotonous in camp going against the same coverages every day. Some different fronts, some different looks, different techniques. So it's a good day. You get more out of these 2 practices than we will in the game. Yeah, I mean, I think he's done a good job and stepped it up throughout camp. So I want to say there was a big difference in these 2 days. I think he's done a real good job. We had a few guys go out, especially coming here too, or a little low on receivers. So it's been a challenge for these guys to get through these high rep practices, and all of them are working pretty hard. And I know all of them are pretty gassed, and hopefully they'll be able to recover here over the next 2 days for our game.
How nice is it to see that Mike Shanahan guy walking around here again?
It's pretty cool. I mean, I didn't see him at all at practice because I was pretty focused on practice. Heard he was doing press conferences in between it. That's what these guys told me. But no, I love having my dad out. He comes out to San Francisco too, so that's not that unusual to see him out there. But this was my first time back here since my dad left, which is college for me. So looks completely different. This thing was never here. There used to be a bubble that it blew down one day. So the facility looks great. It was good to see a lot of old people and really enjoyed our time here.
Is it kind of surreal? You get to walk in the same footsteps your dad did for so many years, regardless of what this looks like, it's still the same facility?
Yeah, I mean, I've been in the NFL for a pretty long time, so I've gone through a lot of that stuff, just doing the same job as my dad, which I think a lot of kids do. But it was different walking into this building, just going up in the office. First day I got here to go up and see Vic. It's been remodeled a bunch, so I was a little confused in there, but it was really neat to be in there. I've got a lot of memories here. I spent probably every day from when I came here in freshman in high school until I left to every time I come back for college, I'd spend time in here. So the relationships I had and really what helped, how much that helped me in my career, it's a very special place to me.
How do you go through with the, talk about each other's rosters and, hey, is there an area where you're deep, where we need some help? Have you done that with Vic?
Yeah, you always do that with people that you're close to and that you trust and respect, and Vic is as high as that in any category as any guy in this league. So we talk a lot, but you also got to be careful. He's also very smart. So, but we want to help each other out, but you also always want to win too. You got to think of your team first, but anytime you have someone that you can be close to like that who's in a different conference, it does give you an advantage to communicate a little bit more.
Seems like when a play breaks down, Jimmy's always trying to make something out of it. How do you balance that instinct, which I'm sure you like to see in a coach, with throwing into unfavorable situations, throwing picks?
I love people that make plays, but interceptions lose games, so you can't keep both teams in the game. You gotta make plays for your own team. You can't make them for both teams. If you keep both teams in the game, you're gonna have to be a lot more conservative and make sure you don't put them in those situations.
Where do you see him as far as that balance? I mean, would you like him to sail the ball out of bounds more than he does?
Yeah, definitely. It's also about. I think guys who have very talented arms think they can make every throw. And sometimes you got to learn that, yeah, I know you can make it, but the percentages go way down. Progress to the next guy. If there's 2 guys on this guy, I know you can get it in there. You're that talented, but it's a lot easier to just move to the next guy. And I think it can be a compliment, but it also can be a detriment to him too. And you see that with a lot of big arm quarterbacks who have talent, and that's what practice is for. I mean, you want to go through that and test it, and I think that's a challenge of practice this day and age, that we get the stats every day. I don't, but I know you guys do, which means the players do. So it is a little tougher when you have a practice like you did a few days ago. But I'm actually kind of glad that happened, because sometimes you can get close to that and you get fortunate on a few things instead of unlucky on a few things, but you learn from it. It kind of wakes guys up, and it makes it easier to coach them, and it makes them correct their mistakes.
From what you know about Rich Scangarello, what gives you confidence that he could thrive as a first-time play caller for the Broncos?
Well, he knows what he's doing. He's a very good coach. He's been in a lot of systems, knows a lot of football. He's paid his dues throughout college, throughout this league. He's coached a number of different positions. He's been around a number of different guys, and he's more than ready for this opportunity.
Was challenged quite a bit yesterday. Did he bounce back a little bit more today?
It seemed like it. We'll see on the tape. I mean, Dante's getting challenged every day, and from our own team and from teams that play him. Dante's a talented guy, and if people just sit back on him, he's going to make anybody miss. But guys they better challenge him. So he's starting to get used to that a little bit more. He's not great at it right away, but that's been the challenge for him this camp, and he's been up and down with it. But what I like seeing from him, he's not backing away. He's fighting, and I think he's better at that now than he was 2 weeks ago.
T.C. McCartney is another guy that was on your staff here now. Was he a kind of a rising star in your mind in the coaching world, what you saw from him?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I got to work with TC in Cleveland when I was there for a year, and then we brought him to San Francisco for 3 years. So TC was someone we gave a lot of responsibility to. He was my personal quality control for 4 years. And the other guys who have done that they've all been coordinators or head coaches in this league. So he's gotten a lot of experience. He's paid his dues. He's been working for a long time, and I was really happy for him that Rich gave him the opportunity, or they ultimately victed, but he deserved it.
What kind of camp is Marquise Goodwin having? I mean, we talk so much about everybody else, but it seems like
I think Keese is having a real good camp. I mean, Keese always does. I mean, Keese is always as well prepared, is in shape, has great stamina, and I mean, he's had an unbelievable camp 3 years in a row. The key for Keese is, are we going to be able to keep it up throughout the year? And I do think he is just, you never know till the year goes, and you can't control a lot of that stuff. But the way he's just gone about his business, the way he's practiced day in and day out, even when he's not getting the ball and he's not involved that much, he's looking the same, and just the effort that he has. So I think Keese has put himself in position to have a more durable year. And also the fortunate thing is we've gotten some other guys in here that takes a little pressure off Keese to have to do this stuff day in and day out.
How much do you think about what he was able to accomplish with Jimmy in 2017 in terms of his evaluation and just where you're at with him and what you think is possible for him this year?
I mean, anytime you have success in a short span, it shows how talented these guys are. That's what everyone knows about Jimmy. That's what people know about Keese. But this league is about doing it week in and week out. That's the difference between being a guy who just scares people and a guy who's there no matter what. And both of them are fighting through that. And they both haven't played a lot together. But that's what I'm enjoying in camp this year, because it's been a while since we've had the two of them together.
All
right, guys.
Anton Exum.
Anton Exum, I don't know the term, tweaked his knee, so he's day-to-day.
Is there a relief about Person?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Person, we don't have a lot of depth there right now, especially with Garnett being out and things like that. And Person made it through practice. We had a little bit of scare after, but the x-rays and stuff ended up going well, and he's day-to-day. So it was scary at first, though, but day-to-day is a good sign.
What's the feeling about Kittle's injury?
Same thing, day-to-day. I guarantee if we were playing today, he'd be out there.
And you said about week 2, week 3 with Jimmy, you'd like him to play week 2, but not as much as he would in week 3?
Yeah, we always try to get our starters the most playing time in week 3. Rarely are we going to do that equal in 2 and 3. Again, we haven't decided yet. It's also a little bit different with how close all these games are. I mean, once the Bronco game happens, it's going to be 3 games in 10 days, so we got a lot to evaluate with that. And a lot of it doesn't just depend on Jimmy. It depends what linemen can go. It depends on who they're playing, how long they go. So there's a lot of things that go into it.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.